Bo Jackson working out of the tailback spot. He breaks it big. Inside the Alabama 15, out of bounds at the Tide 13. Tommy Wilcox and Jeremiah Castile had a little bit of an angle on him. Otherwise, they would have never caught him. 52 yards.
Left. Lionel James, number 6, he just rolled up the cornerback, made the place possible. You see Jackson, just a freshman, make a sensational run, giving Auburn. Watch the corner of your screen. Watch James rolled up the Wilcox, the strong safety, and then Jackson made the free safety miss him, which was Blue. Big gain and another opportunity.
From the Kentucky 4. Auburn now knocking on the door. Bo Jackson, touchdown, Auburn. 4-yard run. Bo Jackson scores his 5th touchdown of the 1983 season, and Auburn has drawn first blood.
Well, it's a double lead play. Both backs leading in front, and a great job by Bo Jackson. You see his great athletic ability right there. He slipped on the grass turf.
First and 10 for the Tigers. They can simply blow this game wide open with a touchdown here. Bo Jackson inside the 10, still going. Touchdown. What a run by Bo Jackson. 16 yards. He just kept breaking tackles.
Well, we're going right down on ground level here. Now, you watch him hit these players, bounce off, bang, 1, 2, 3, comes out of Amerson's grass, 4, shucks off Kerry Baird, 5. That's why he gets all the accolades he gets.
Pitch back to Bo Jackson. He is hit immediately, but fights his way into the end zone. Cam Jacobs, Scott Schroeder were the men who hit him. But Charlie, it didn't stop him.
Not at all. It looked like to me there was a problem on the snap that time, Rob. It looked like that Campbell fumbled the football, or someone had him by the foot. Something happened. He did not get the ball to Bo Jackson like he should. Bo got hit quick, and of course, with his strength and power, he just stuck it on in the end zone.
It's first down Auburn. Ball is on the Georgia 26. Campbell pitches high in the air. Bo Jackson gets out there and turns in a big play. All the way down to about the 6-yard line of Georgia. Tony Flack finally brought him down.
What a great play by Randy Campbell. The option play. He's going to pitch it out as he is being grabbed by the Georgia player. The fullback is not there. Fullback blocks Culpepper. Makes a tremendous block. Watch him just throw the ball out. Now watch this big train. Jackson turn it on. 18. Dean misses him. And he outruns a couple of Georgia Bulldogs, and finally Holt comes all the way across to assist in the tackle.
But working for Coach Bryant had to be a great importance to me in my coaching career, because I learned a great deal of football from him. I was with him for 9 football seasons, 8.5 years, and we became very close friends. And needless to say, I had tremendous respect for him, and there's no question in my mind, or any other people that have been close to him.
Bo Jackson, as his coach was talking, improvises, goes outside, and watch Bo Jackson with 9.5 speed gets outside. It's see you later. He goes 69 yards, and Auburn takes the lead of the ball game. A big block for him. Chris Woods hit the free safety. Freddie Robinson took him out of the play, and Bo was gone.
The people in Auburn say the coaches that Bo Jackson doesn't know how good he can be. He may be before he graduates, one of the very great players in America.
It's good, and it's 7-0. And Bo Jackson now with 5 carries, 109 yards. He has now moved over 1,000 yards at 1,066.
From the end zone, watch this spectacular play. Jackson is going to be hit at the line of scrimmage. There's absolutely nothing there. But every great football team has a back that can make something happen on his own. He can defeat the defensive man one-on-one. He can improvise. He can turn a bad play into a good play. Now watch Woods, number 1. Watch number 1 make the key block. He has tremendous speed, just the same kind of speed as Jackson. And he comes over and makes the very last block to the right of your screen. I hope we can see it. Yes, right there. He knocks down Freddie Robinson, number 21. We've got to see that again. Just a sensational play by one man's effort. Nothing there. Alabama defense plays it perfectly. But here's Wood. The alertness of Wood, knowing what speed that Jackson has to take the proper angle and to knock Robinson, the safety man, down, allowing Jackson to go in for the touchdown.
69 yards, and Auburn jumps out to a 7-0 lead, and will kick off now as Randy Campbell gives to Bo Jackson. Jackson's on his way. Goodbye. In your face. 71 yards for Bo Jackson. Bo Jackson has now run for 246 yards in this ball game, 2 touchdowns. His career 57 yards. Jackson answers with a 71-yarder.
Keith, I missed the play. I was actually looking to see about the scoreboard, and when I looked up, here is Jackson right now. This is the first time I've seen it, but the block by Agee was the key. And watch the speed, how he accelerates and dodges Robinson, number 21, just enough to pick up his feet. An old running drill that we used to do every day when we didn't have backs like Bo Jackson that could do it naturally. Wide receivers always have to know how to block. On running football teams particularly, now Chris Woods has already made one great block that sprung Jackson for the touchdown. Watch him here. See what he does on Gay, number 28. Gay is a senior, and he gets just enough of the leg right there. Just a beautiful effort by Chris Woods, who was on the opposite side of the run, and he slowed Gay down enough that he couldn't make the play. Good team effort.
Seconds, they get it off again just in time. There's the pitch. Jackson breaks it. He's gone. Bo Jackson is gone for the score. Bo Jackson finally broke it. They contained him all night. With a back like that, you hammer him, and then bang, he can do it.
Don't ever let him get turned upfield. Don't let him turn that corner and get turned upfield, because you are going to lose that foot race. Number 34, Bo Jackson, contained him all day, and here it is. He gets to the outside. The block is there. A tackle is missed. You can't grab him with your arm or hand and expect to bring him down, but he's got that tremendous speed into the end zone for the touchdown.
Well, he scored 2 touchdowns tonight. His figures will look decent now after that 39-yard run. Chris Knapp is going to try the point. One official waved it incomplete. I guess the back of the receiver was to him. There's Jackson. Jackson's over. Bo Jackson plows over for the score. And Auburn has
22 pounds of him. He's a pretty good guy to get the football to, and you see they pitch it to him. They want the ball in his hands right away so that he can take off and move any way that he wants to. The ball is to him right away. This is not an option here. Get the ball to Bo Jackson, and you can see the strength of this young man carrying a man into the end zone.
Robert McGinn.
There's Middleton in motion again. You'll see that a lot today. Pitch to Jackson. Bo Jackson.
Watch this Auburn line get out in front. There's Wilson, Jeff Parks with a great block. And now it's just Bo Jackson fighting for the end zone. 6 big ones for Auburn.
Out of the I formation for the first time in the Pat Dye regime, and here's why. Nobody even near Bo Jackson. 2 touchdowns in 6 minutes. .47 yards on that run by Bo Jackson. He's had a 47 and a 42, 105 yards already on 5 carries and 2 touchdowns. My goodness. Point after is good. And the Auburn Tigers lead with 9:01 to go in quarter number one, 14-0. This could be like Custer's last stand for the Raging Cajuns. This is Turner Network Television. Here's the touchdown run.
See, Bramwell tries to fill it. Can't get there in time. Batten caught up in the line of scrimmage. Glenn takes a poor angle of pursuit. Got to anticipate that speed by Jackson, and he's in the end zone. Now watch Scott Bolton coming down the field. He's working on Patrick Taylor. You know, Larry Blakeney, who's a receiver coach, has to be happy with that effort. As a defensive back, you have to get rid of those wide receivers and get yourself to the football. Here against the University of Miami, though. Bobby Ross brings those rascals back. It's still early in that game.
You got that right, Tim. Oh, Jackson. Goodbye. .76 yards. 3 touchdowns, 181 yards with 59 seconds to go in the first quarter. Oh, my.
Good job by Ron Middleton. AG seals the inside, cuts off 2 linebackers. Kling again, he's shy on the angle of pursuit. Just got to cut it a little bit deeper when you're playing against a guy like Bo Jackson. You're off to the races. A good job of coming up and supporting by Elton Slater. Watch the linebackers get cut off in the action. Jacobs gets banged there by, that's Cowart. Nice block by Cowart. AG sealing the inside. Well-coached football, cutting off that pursuit. And now it's just singeing the grass on the way to the end zone.
USL may have to start digging trenches in the field out here to try to stop. This is a heavyweight fight. They might be considering calling it. Auburn just clobbering USL 21-0 in the first quarter. Bo Jackson hit behind the line, breaks tackle, 3 tackles. He's gone. Touchdown Auburn. On that run for Bo Jackson. He has 64 on the day. In for the point after, number 2, Chris Johnson. And with less than 2 minutes gone in the ball game, Auburn draws first blood. Point after is good. That was Bo Jackson's 35th career TD, tying him with Joe Cribbs for the best in Auburn history. We'll be back in just a moment. This is Turner Network Television. Here's the 53-yard touchdown run again.
You saw Middleton just clear your screen to the right. He's double-teaming with Parks up on top. Good block by Wallace and AG, and now the rest is Bo Jackson. Defensive back coming over here, Mayhew. What you have to think is grab a piece of the jersey. You're not going to get him on the ground. Slow him up long enough so you can get some help. When Jackson's in the open field, though, he's got the power to run over you, the quickness to avoid you. It's a tough play.
Bo Jackson has now scored 9 touchdowns on the season.
With 126 yards behind that great offensive line of Steve Wallace, Jeff Lott, Ben Tamburello, Yan Cowart, and Stacy Searles. Jackson, he's loose. They'll never get him. Bo Jackson, 76 yards. We've got about 20,000 Auburn fans here today, and they are all on their feet for Bo Jackson, who has gone over the 200-yard mark in rushing with that 76-yard scamper. Knapp is on for the point after, and has this one turned around. Auburn has taken a 17-14 lead over Georgia Tech. Steve, that's what you kept saying.
Well, I really felt like that if Auburn could get outside, that Georgia Tech did not have the ability, the speed to contain Bo Jackson or any of the Auburn backs. He bounced off one tackler, and then it's a track meet. They do not have the ability to play a lateral type game with you. They've got to be able to, you just can't, he's going to outrun you every time. And Bo gets the pitch, breaks a couple of tackles, gets into Georgia territory, cuts back, picks up a block. He's inside the 20, and he'll go all the way. Touchdown, Jackson, and Auburn has the lead. He must have heard us talking about the Heisman. That's how you win the Heisman, like that.
Bo must have heard us talking. Third down, you pitch the ball to Bo Jackson. Breaks a tackle there. Now watch as he traverses, and you see some of that 4-2 speed. He picks up a block from Trey Gaines, a key block in the secondary, and then he just coasts into the end zone.
And goal. Jackson. Touchdown, Auburn. Chris Johnson for the extra point. Low snap, handled well by the holder, Lewis Colbert. And the kick is good. And the Tigers are back in it.
When Bo Jackson gets his shoulder turned parallel to the line of scrimmage, watch out, because that means he can go right or left or straight ahead, and he has the speed and the power to do it. Touchdown result.
13-7 ball game now. Gaines' punt return gave Auburn its best field position for the start of a possession. A pass from Washington to Weigand, and now watch determination personified.
Oh, the Auburn offensive line just knocked them out of there, blew them out, opened a hole that Jackson went right through. When he saw that pay dirt, there was no denying.
His fulcrum was lower than Vernon Wilkinson's.
Yeah.
Back in motion. They like to run Jackson straight ahead, and he squeezes on in for the touchdown. Bo Jackson has done it for Auburn. Johnson to attempt the extra point. Kick is up, and it is Auburn 7, Texas A&M nothing.
Take a look here from the side. Watch Jackson thrust into the end zone here. Really puts on the power, stretches over the line and gets the touchdown. A great start for Auburn, and not the way Texas A&M would have wanted to start it.
Watch Tamburella, number 55, the center for Auburn. He moves over and helps out as they double team the nose. Bo Jackson then cut back to his daylight, squeezed into the end zone. The fumble set up the touchdown. In only 3 plays, 21 yards, Auburn leads. Washington straight back, blitzed by Bryant. They drop it off to Bo Jackson. 35, 40, 45, 50. Here he comes. 40, 35. They won't catch him. Forget it. Bo Jackson for the touchdown. just seen why he's #1. You have just seen why he won the Heisman Trophy. And you have just seen why NFL scouts are drooling all across the land. 73 yards on a pass from Washington. Auburn will go for 2. Stopped short. That was Brent Fullwood, 22, carrying the ball into the heart of that Aggie defense. Era, you and I spoke about the Auburn attack all week long. We said the one thing they should do is drop the pass to Bo Jackson. He's such a great receiver, a great baseball player.
Exactly what they do here. His 5th reception of the year, and he goes 73 yards with it. Once he gets into the open, there's no one that can catch Bo Jackson. 4.12 in the 40. You can see no one in sight. Great play, and that's, as Brent, you pointed out, is why he is the Heisman Trophy winner, and everybody wants him in professional football.
He will also play baseball Yankees and later by the California Angels. The Angels offering him $250,000. Baseball will have to wait, however. The NFL scouts are after him too.
Here comes Bo Jackson.
There's been a lot of jokes about Bo, but believe me when I tell you, he can play football. One of the greatest players ever to come out of college football, in the opinion of every sophisticated scouting combine report. Some people had him rated as the greatest running back that ever came into the game.
Dick Steinberg, the player personnel director of the New England Patriots, said he's never timed anybody faster in the 40-yard dash, and he's timed most of them.
At Auburn, they clocked him in 4.19. I don't think he could do that on a motorcycle, but they claim that Bo did, and Steinberg backs it up. Jackson's the eye back. Here's Bo Jackson with his first NFL carry. Bo hasn't lost a whole lot, has he? Bo Jackson takes it out across the 25-yard line. His first carry of the National Football League is good for 12 yards.
Bo last week, members of the press asked him about, didn't he have anything to say after the game? And he said, well, I don't want to say anything until I do something. Great speed. That'll surprise the New England Patriots, how you have him in your sights and then all of a sudden he's 2 strides down the field.
That's led 10-3 at that point. Eventually it becomes 10-6. Here is Jackson's first NFL carry. It's good for 12 yards. He toted 5 times in the first half for 31 yards. The Raiders trail the Patriots 10-6. If you were with us on the pregame show, you saw the first part of our interview with Bo Jackson, Heisman Trophy-winning running back who spurned the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, said he wanted to play baseball instead. The scouts said he had the ability of a Willie Mays or a Mickey Mantle, and in fact, he has done some awesome things on the baseball field, but he has also struggled. He was hitting only around 250 at midseason, though he had hit 17, 18 home runs. Then, when he announced that he would also play football this year, calling it his hobby, the criticism began. And whether coincidence or not, in the second half of the year, Bo Jackson hit only 4 home runs and batted under 200. On the eve of his debut with the Raiders against the Patriots, I spoke with him up in Foxborough yesterday.
If I sit up and worry just about what people think about Bo or what people say about Bo, I would be letting them get the best of me. And I go out and live my life for Bo, and I don't let things like that bother me. I used to when I was younger, but I've grown past that stage now. I've learned to accept criticism and let it be at that.
What criticism that you've heard do you think is valid, and what do they say about you that you just know isn't true?
Everything, anything from A to Z, you name it, making accusations and so forth and so on, just things off of the top of their head that I guess they're just saying they're trying to tick me off or so forth and so on, but I don't let that happen.
Why do you think so many people seem to resent you?
Jealousy, prejudice, I don't know.
Do you think there's any sort of racial aspect to this at all?
No. Prejudice probably meaning the same thing as jealousy, simply because they can't do it or they want to and they don't have the ability or whatever. That type of prejudice.
As you struggled at the plate, was there ever a time when you felt embarrassed on a baseball field?
I've never been embarrassed on the baseball field because I know that there's millions of people that would like to be out there in my shoes. Well, not only my shoes, but just being on the baseball field, period. I saw my first year in the major leagues as a learning experience. And to make a long story short, I think I did well, speaking for myself as far as the little amount of baseball that I've had in the past, and coming in and hitting over 20 homers and 50 ribbies. I think I did great.
You were telling me earlier, when you grow up, people exhort you to do one thing, then you become successful, and all of a sudden the tables are turned.
Yes, it's like growing up in Alabama. There isn't too much to do there. People are always saying, you need to get out and do something to make yourself better, get a job, don't sit around here and be a bum for the rest of your life. Get out and meet your nice girl, which I've done. Married to a beautiful doctor, name's Linda, and I have a beautiful son. He goes at the nickname Spud. And I've done that, and now people, they sit up and they criticize me because, well, he is up there on top and he's doing good, and now he don't have time for us. It's not that. My job and my family comes first, and it will always be that way.
For what it may be worth, it seems to me that Jackson is genuinely popular among his Raider teammates. Yesterday, several of them went out of their way to tell me that they regard him as a fine addition to the team and that they like him very much personally. We'll continue with NFL Live halftime activities in just a minute.
Look at those eyes. His first NFL touchdown, and look at him run over Mike Harden.
Beautiful block by Holloway, 76 right here. But there's the power we talked about. That's one that Harden won't forget for a long time.
Boy, that'll turn boos to bows in a hurry.
Just to recount, only the second touchdown in the first half by these Raider regulars in the last 7 games now.
That's a play the Broncos didn't see on film. A new one for this game, and it pays off. Speed that play. Bo Jackson. NFL touchdown.
There's some emotion. There's a little of that fire. More than anything else, what these Raiders have to rekindle if they're going to put themselves back in the winning race is the kind of confidence that they used to exude when they walked onto the football field and said, we're winners, and look out, we're going to take this game away from you.
Punctuation mark on the touchdown added by Barr. It's 20-14 on a most important drive culminated by that man, Bo Jackson, from Auburn University. Set of 27. Now they're only down by less than a touchdown.
I asked Bo Jackson at practice the other day what he wanted to do during the rest of the season. He said, I just want to play. Well, he can do that.
Boy, Tom Flory's rarely animated, and he's fighting from deep inside his soul for this one. Los Angeles Raiders 20-14, and Merlin Olsen, I know as you made your hits on opposing backs during the years, you had an evaluation process. How did you judge the best backs?
I think one of the most critical ways to judge a back is by how many yards they make after that first hit.
And what kind of grade do you give this guy on this one? what kind of grade does 34 get on this one?
This is a career kind of hit. Watch the way Bo Jackson runs over number 31, Mike Hart. I want to tell you, that's about as embarrassing a thing as can happen to you as a defensive player. It's something you never forget, but it shows you how much power Bo Jackson has.
By how well I slept the night before the game.
2nd and 7 at the 14-yard line. Jackson goes in motion for the first time. Wilson protected well, wide open is Jackson for the touchdown. Bo in motion, goes to the corner of the end zone. Fred Young that time blitzed. He was picked up by Marcus Wilson. That enabled Marcus Allen, and it enables Mark Wilson to hit Jackson for the touchdown.
Full-blown defense. There's no question about it. Somebody should have come off the blitz to pick him up. No one even near him.
Well, that's because one of the Seahawks defenders fell down on the play. We'll take a look at this from another angle, but the guy who's supposed to be covering Bo Jackson on the play ends up on the ground. Let's see if we can spot it from this angle. But when Bo makes his break to the end zone, and I don't think we're going to see it there, one of the Seahawk defenders ends up on the ground, and that's why number 34 is wide open.
Down and 6 at the 9. And Bo Jackson to the 20 and out in front, and only one man to beat, and easily can't run him down. He had the angle, but there goes Bo, and nobody catches Bo. Touchdown.
He may not stop till Tacoma. He's gone.
Portland.
He just went by Spokane.
And there go the Raiders into final. What a scene.
Come on back, guys.
Oh, he was flying. Tremendous block by Marcus Allen against Patrick Hunter. That's twice they have used Bo Jackson on that same play. They did it on a 2nd down and long a while ago. They got a 1st down. They come back now and go 3rd and about 6. And not only get the 1st down, they get the touchdown. And he is an awesome weapon.
And keep in mind, that was a 3rd down play from the 9-yard line. 3rd and 6. You'll see Dean Maraldi, the center, pull out of there. Steve Wright, the right tackle. But, I mean, it's over right there. Kenny easily has the angle. And it's like little kids chasing a grown man.
It's the longest run in Raider history. Kenny King won 89 yards in 1980, and it's almost unfair. Bo Jackson rushing and receiving tonight. 185. And all of the Seahawks at 118.
And he just got here.
And if you're in Seattle, you can't wait till he leaves.
3rd and 1 from the 2. Here's Bo. And here goes Bo for the touchdown. He and Bosworth one-on-one, and Jackson just shoves him into the end zone.
I suggest a handicap of 18. How about 20 pounds?
That's the matchup you like to see. If you're Seattle, Bo Jackson with the ball, Brian Bosworth. Here's Bo Jackson. He's going to go here. Here's Brian Bosworth. They're going to meet on the 2-yard line and end up in the end zone. Watch the Boz. He plays it perfectly, flows to the football, meets Bo Jackson at the 2. Sorry, 220 beats 240 easily.
Jackson split wide to the far side now as a receiver. Wilson looking for him. Touchdown, Raiders, Bo Jackson. Monday night, and he comes right back on the first offensive series on Sunday afternoon on a 14-yard reception from Mark Wilson. And many of the Raider fans up and applauding a newfound hero who has come from the world of baseball to play football once again. Conversion attempt coming up. Wilson, the 42. Jackson with a football. He's got some room across midfield. There's that shoulder down, and he gets 4 more to the 41-yard line.
And a great block by Marcus Allen.
16-yard pickup.
No, Marcus Allen gets to the man coming in the backfield, Talley, in a hurry, and that causes the soft corner. And again, Bo Jackson moving up the field has got the power. But we saw that happen when Bennett got into the backfield in the...
Fernandez with the touchdown grab. And the Raiders now from the 1-yard line Get it to Bo Jackson, and Jackson has the touchdown. I said the touchdown grab by Fernandez. He was to the 1, actually inside the 1, and Jackson puts the clincher on. Bo Jackson tosses it into the stands in Kansas City.
Sustained drive. This is the 11th play of this drive for the Los Angeles Raiders. First down again at the 22-yard line of Kansas City. No score in the first quarter on a perfect day in Southern California. That's for the Chiefs defense as Bo Jackson breaks it up the middle and takes it in. So Jackson with speed and power rips it up the middle, breaks 2 tackles, and goes 22 yards for the first score of the game.
He sits real deep. Marcus Allen, the lead blocker. Jackson shows all you need to have a running back. A certain amount of elusiveness. Great power to break that first tackle. Watch this. Watch the move. There's the move. Now he breaks the tackle of Deron Cherry and then the acceleration. If you were listing 3 characteristics of a running back, you'd want elusiveness, power, and speed. Bo
Jackson kicks it outside, turns the corner, and blasts his way to a Raider first down. Ronnie Lott took the hit from Bo, who gained 13 on his first carry of the day.
One thing you don't want to allow to happen to your defense is to let Bo Jackson get outside. He has so much speed and strength to break tackles, he can get the long gainer a touchdown. Here he gets outside and just runs into Ronnie Lott pretty good. And I'll tell you that Ronnie Lott is a fine defensive back, one of the hardest hitters in the league.
Averaging 4.6 yards a carry, Bo Jackson. All right, Gale, we're in the midst of a 0-0 game here in the second quarter. Opening minute of the second quarter, the Raiders have just picked up another first down. The ball at their own 44. Erline stumbling, hands it off to Bo Jackson. Look at him explode. Jackson still on his feet. Finally taken down at the 40-yard line of the 49ers. It went for 16 yards before Lott and Fuller, in desperation, got bolted down to the turf. Wow.
Browns averaging 29.7 yards a return. Best in the league. He won't see this one.
No, if Norm Johnson here arches a nice high kick to Tim Brown, Chuck Knox may meet him at the 40-yard line with a forearm shiver.
Realize Bridgeworth. Well, so much for that theory. Brown's going to get it on a hop at the 2. That's the reason. The 25. That's the reason. Only Jenkins can stop him.
You better leave town, Norm.
Would we lie to you?
Norm, baby, you better leave.
I'm sure he got permission to kick away.
I don't think he intended that. He wanted to power kick that football, and it took a bad bounce and bounced right to Tim Brown.
Whoa.
And Norm Johnson right now is looking for a trapdoor. He's looking for some place to go hide, and what a play by Tim Brown.
You talk about Mr. Clutch, and he runs it. The only way you can be a top kickoff return man is full-blown. When you see a gap, you kick it into the best gear you got. And Tim Brown puts on the speed. Jenkins is in pursuit. He finally catches up with him, but not until they get inside the 5-yard line. Bo Jackson looking for the end zone. Flags all over the place.
Second and goal. It is Jackson again for a touchdown. And here in Los Angeles, we welcome those of you who have just seen the Bengals beat the San Diego Chargers 27-10, and that was Bo Jackson. Here's the replay, the first score in the Coliseum as the Raiders take a 6-0 lead on the determined running of Bo Jackson. That's 2 in a row for him.
He ran right over Jim Ryan, Dick. Just smashed over the top of Ryan and carried 2 other Denver tacklers into the end zone.
Bo. Touchdown. By Bo.
Was good blocking up front. Dino Hackett takes on Steve Smith, who knocks Dino back into the end zone, and Kevin Ross cannot stop Bo Jackson for a 1-yarder or no gain. Just too strong of Bo Jackson hitting that hole.
That was in Pittsburgh. Second down. Pitch it back. Jackson reverses his field. He's got a first down. He's on his way to the 10-yard line.
It's all speed, instinct. He's going around and he sees there's nothing there. Then stops, comes back, kind of like a la Marcus Allen, and changing fields and directions, and his speed just takes him away from Deron Cherry. And Chiefs Albert Lewis, one of the fastest in the backfield, caught him. Good vision by Bo Jackson here for a guy that's not played football since last year. He's only had a few days of practice. He's making some good decisions out there.
Here's a give to Porter.
You had me confused. I thought you were going to say today was Friday. Bo Jackson breaks it big. First down across midfield. Needs a block. He's gone. And Bo knows he's gone. 73 yards.
On the sideline. They almost expect now to win football games, to do things right. And we talked earlier in the game about Bo Jackson and the fact that he hadn't gone over 100 yards in 14 games. And I told you that the Washington Redskins might live to regret you mentioning that today, Tim.
Jeff Jagger for the extra point. 11 carries, 105 yards, and a touchdown for Bo Jackson.
Bo Jackson got a great block out of Steve Smith as fullback. We talked earlier about how these guys complement each other in the backfield. Watch Steve Smith, number 35, the fullback. He gets out there, throws that block out in front. That allows Bo to cut it back up. He knocks down Wilbur Marshall. Now, Bo explodes now, gets away from a couple of tacklers, and now nobody's going to catch him when he gets in the open. You see Charles Mann down there. He's trying to swat at him, but forget it. Bo knows how to run.
That squat doesn't get it, does it?
No. But the only thing he doesn't know is how to play hockey.
Jackson is gone. Say so long to Bo Jackson, but there is a flag.
And it's right along the line of scrimmage. So, Bo, these bows may be all in vain. Oh, I think he just saw the flag.
His case. And here's Bo Jackson around the corner and down the sideline, and there he goes.
Hit some long home runs in baseball. He's just hit the longest run in Raider history.
92 yards. Clock on him, and it took him 15 seconds. Football, pads, helmet, and all with the Bengals chasing him to go
92 yards.
Tremendous move by Bo Jackson as he just explodes down the sideline. A chance to watch it. Watch Steve Smith. Smith in motion right here is going to get a bump out on the defensive man coming over to try and contain, and Jackson just dives inside of that block. And watch him now as he outruns everyone. Reggie Smith, 57, couldn't get over there. I think that's Fulcher, 33. He's not going to catch Bo. Phillips coming from the other side. Bo is a sprinter. He's away. He's gone.
And more bad news for Cincinnati. Boomer Esiason has a bruised shoulder. He may be replaced by Eric Wilhelm.
Bo knows baseball.
Bo knows football.
Bo knows basketball, too.
Bo knows tennis?
No.
Bo knows weight.
Bo, you don't know diddly.
Second and goal. The up back is Steve Smith. Bo. Second effort, put the ball out there. It was knocked loose. Picked up by Seattle. Melvin Jenkins. This could be a 99-yard fumble return. Touchdown. Now will it come back? I mean, they don't have a whistle that's this loud.
No, they don't make it. Forward progress was ruled stop. Third down. He was ruled stopped. It's third down.
Oh.
Of course, you can't hear you can't hear anything. You can't hear whistles. You can't hear anything.
They say this is blown dead.
Well, right here they're going to blow it dead. Right there they say it's blown dead. Right there they think he stopped. But the question is, see, that's a touchdown. No, that's a touchdown. That is not. It's not third down. That is a touchdown. The ball only has to break the plane.
Depends on when they blow the whistle.
That's what I'm saying. See, the Seahawks can argue and say it was a touchdown, but the Raiders can also argue and say it was a touchdown because the fact is it was.
One way or another, somebody got robbed.
Or you think the fans didn't like the decision of having the touchdown taken away? Wait till they take a look at this one and see the ball breaking the plane of the end zone. I don't even know if the replay man on the field is going to be able to hear the communication. Watch the ball. All it has to do is break the plane. There it is. There's the ball. It has broken the plane of the goal line. It's a touchdown.
But if the whistle blew, they can't review it.
Absolutely. So it sort of makes you wonder.
We'll sort this out eventually.
Sort of makes you wonder why they're standing around out there talking.
That's right.
It's a masked man. Train robber. On 2nd and 5, Bo Jackson reverses. Using his great speed, he cuts back inside, and Bo takes it ahead for a Raider first down. To the
pass catcher, and his defensive coordinators that I've talked to around the league have said he's one of, if not the best blocking fullback in the league.
On 2nd and 3, Jackson trying to get around the corner. Touchdown, Raiders.
Fred, I don't want to overstate the point here, but I'm convinced that there are very few people. I think only Bo could have made that touchdown. That play was designed to go off tackle, and he cuts to the outside. They have the angle. He's there to be tackled, and he just has that burst of speed. This is one of the genetic gifts of Bo Jackson. Right there, he goes, okay, see if you can outrun me. Nobody can. Tucks it under his left arm. Good stiff arm there on Rawling. Tumbles his way into the end zone. Outstanding run.
So after an 8-yard punt by John Kidd, the Raiders able to move 6 plays, 35 yards, and Bo Jackson on the payoff.
One of the other things we might want to mention here is that Rory Graves has gone out with an injury. His replacement, Fitzpatrick at left tackle, 6'7", 335 pounds. He's been doing a pretty good job thus far on Leslie O'Neal.
Bo Jackson, touchdown Raiders.
Interesting that we would mention the fact that Fitzpatrick, and there's Bo running right behind him. A tremendous block on that by Fitzpatrick to open up the gap. That's the exact same play they had for the touchdown, but this time Bo didn't have to cut to the outside. He runs right behind the tackle.
Jackson 7 yards for the score.
Right here you see firing off. You can see Fitzpatrick cutting, and there's Smith blocking out on Bayless. He cuts right behind him. Look at Rawling being pushed out there by number 88, Ethan Horton, and that enables a big hole for Bo Jackson to get inside and score the touchdown.
Raiders move 68 yards in 8 plays.
Barry McDaniels, first interception of the year, positioning the Raiders. First turnover of the game. Bo Jackson bouncing off tacklers. He's got it. Touchdown. Or does he? Yes, now they signal. Bo Jackson. Oh, did he steamroll that defender?
He bounced through people. Did you see the determination he had to get in that end zone? There just wasn't any way to stop him. A beautiful job of taking the ball. And naturally, Smith right in front of him, a key block. But watch Bo just break clean of those tackles. What athletic ability. That's what I used to do when I was much younger, Dick.
Just dive
and
from
fall.
about the 20, I heard.
Never had the ball.
Tight for the Raiders. Just a 1-point lead. 9 minutes, 19 seconds to spend to stay with Kansas City in the AFC West. 7 of the 14 AFC teams starting today tied for first place. Cincinnati's moved ahead of Pittsburgh, maybe Houston in the Central, Buffalo ahead of Miami in the East. And now the Raiders, can they stay with Kansas City, and can Denver stay with Bo Jackson? The answer is no. Bo has another.
You know, that's like Muhammad Ali or something. So fast and so sharp and hit so quick that you're stunned the guy's trying to tackle you. You see him starting right. He looks like he's in trouble, but look how hard he hits people. He's just so quick. Look at that burst, banging into people. It's explosion. He's really beating the defenders to the punch. That's the greatness that this guy has as an athlete.
62.
He is a gifted athlete and a cultural phenom. Bo Jackson, we have marveled at this amazing two-sport athlete since the very beginning.
And Bo Jackson to the 20 and out in front, and only one man to beat, and there goes Bo, and nobody catches Bo. Touchdown.
He may not stop till Tacoma.
And he hasn't stopped since.
I like the contact. I like to be hit at times, and I like to level guys myself. It happens so quick. I got the ball, 3 steps, bam.
This classic Bo Jackson touchdown enabled the Raiders to hang on and beat Denver last Sunday. And now in the stretch drive to the playoffs, the Raiders will rely heavily on this remarkable athlete. Raider with a good read, single coverage, and he picked up on it.
From the 45 on first down, and Bo finds the hole. There he goes. One man to beat. He beats him. No problem.
What a game. If I were Art Shell, I don't know what I would do, but I would have Bo Jackson in the game at all times. He can turn absolutely nothing into an 80-yard touchdown. We've seen him over and over do it. I just mentioned the 62-yarder last week against Denver. He just explodes through there. Big man with that enormous speed.
Frank, watch the blocking on the left side. Wisniewski, Rory Graves, Steve Smith. I mean, that's just outstanding blocking. And then one of the wide receivers, I missed who it was, came in and made a crunching block.
Now he has actually turned into a go-to receiver for the Raiders. And here is Bo Jackson. He reverses, comes back, gets the block. Schrader lays the block, misses his man. Bo Jackson breaks clean at the 30. He's to the 50. He's to the 30. He's to the 20. And he slides. No, they're going to mark it down. Just shy. Just shy. And he was caught. And I think even Bo is surprised. Rod Jones caught him. 88 yards.
He is going to be the infamous Rod Jones. He will be the one that's able to tell his kids and his grandkids, I caught Bo Jackson from behind. What a run. Take a look at Jay Schrader right here actually helping out. Jay Schrader throws a little bit of a block right there on Jones. Now watch, Jones is in the trail position the entire way. He's stumbling right there, but now Bo has it. He's at full speed. He comes back to the inside. He's starting to fade now. You can see the Big Bear is getting on his back. He's getting tired. Right there, Jones gets it just before he gets into the end zone. He can't believe it. Look at that looking back right there. When you're running upright like that as he is, as opposed to with the forward lean, you know he's getting tired. Rod Jones forever is going to be able to brag to all his friends, I'm the man that caught Bo Jackson from behind.
And Bo's looking around, who got me? Who got me? The Big Bear is on his back.
The Big Bear is on his back. That's a track phrase. You should know that.
I know. I love it, though.
Nice hurdle right there, taking a page out of Willie Galt's book, a former high hurdler. Now, right there, he's in full stride. He's at top speed. Now, watch as he starts to get more erect. Look at him start to labor. Look at his arms starting to go. He's starting to fade. The headlong dive. Take a look at Jones. I did it. Look at Bo. I can't believe it. How did he do that? In fairness to Bo Jackson, look at this. Oh, my goodness.
It took it all, but he got him. Deja vu. Just about a year ago here. Same end of the field. Bo went, what, 90?
I am the type of guy that's determined not to be stopped, or I refuse to be beat at anything. That one play happened so fast that I don't know what happened. Bam, and I was gone.
The guy can flat out fly. I mean, from the first 20 yards, I don't know if there's anybody as fast as he is. I mean, pure and simple explosion.
I kind of felt the guy breathing down my back, so I had to turn it up just a notch, just to make sure that I got in the end zone.
All right, Bo, now when you get the ball, I mean, what are you thinking? I mean, where is it that you know this is going to be a long one?
I know that it's going to be a long run after I get past the backers. And as far as the defensive backs are concerned, if I don't have to do all the crap I did this past Saturday as far as cut back and jump over somebody and stumble, I don't worry about getting caught, period. Jay knocked the guy out of the way and he fell right in front of me. I leaped over him. I lost my balance. I stumbled for about 6 yards. And when I come up, I just started running. They were lucky that I didn't just fall down at the 20 because I was running on fumes. There was nothing there.
Was it at about the 20 yards that bear sort of got on your back?
The bear, the wife, the uncle, the grand, everybody.
It wasn't too big a deal to me. To me, it still was an 88-yard run, and that almost resulted into a touchdown.
You just have to look at him and shake your head. You know, I mean, me and Marcus went on the field and told him get in the end zone and everything like that. But when he came to the sideline, we just looked at him. We just shook our head because, I mean, I don't know of any other back in the league who could have made that run except Bo Jackson.
Perhaps the greatest seventh-round draft pick of all time, Bo Jackson has now achieved all-star status in both football and baseball, truly having the best of both sporting worlds.
Bo Jackson, a very fortunate individual to be associated with the Raiders. Al Davis, a genius who knows how to use him. Gets him for half a year. You have a coach, Art Shell, who allows him to be a designated hitter in football. We've never had that before. And we have Marcus Allen, who is a great player that's very accommodating.
Averaging 6.2 yards per carry this season, Bo is already being compared to the great backs. And although he needs slightly over 200 carries to qualify, he is on a pace to take the career lead. The current leader is still not impressed.
Don't ask me to compare myself to a half-a-season guy. In any way, that's insulting to all of us who had to play in the snow and who had to bleed out of our nose and who had to, like, have an average when we had to carry on third down and one in touchdowns when there's 1 yard to go when the defense was stacked, to a guy that comes in with the perfect circumstances. I mean, it's a new day.
Comparisons aside, Bo is a modern-day phenomenon and has achieved a unique athletic standard.
I see myself part human and part deer. I love the way, just like when I'm out hunting, I love the way the deer runs when they're in a run, when they're out in the woods. They're quiet, but they move so fast till it's unreal. And that's the type of person that I take pride in trying to be.
Bullets. More powerful than a locomotive. Able to leap tall buildings at a single bound. It's Super Bowl. This strange visitor from another sport who came into this element with powers far beyond those of mortal men. Super Bowl, who can bend defenses with a single blast. Change the course of a game with a single sprint. Super Bowl, who fights a never-ending battle against the nation's teams of evil enemy forces. Yes, today, another episode in the continuing NFL saga of this amazing man fighting for truth, justice, and the American Conference. Against all odds, the drama continues. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? It's Super Bowl!
And gained 5 yards on the play. Jackson again. Boy, he runs left so well. Why is that? He seems to get his... Oh, my, does he ever hit one of the Viking coaches? Full bore. It's like right in the chest. Didn't see him coming. It looked to be Paul Wiggin. Former Kansas City head coach.
And Paul at one time would have made that stop, but not now.
You were hit once. You didn't see one coming.
Yeah, I did. I cracked 2 ribs.
Here's Jackson getting free on the corner away from Merriweather. And way down the line is Wiggin. He was trying to get out of the way.
He was trying to figure Jackson out. Fortunately, in a sense, they didn't have to have him playing great football because a lot of other people were.
Bo Jackson has some room. One man to beat, and from behind, Kevin Walker saves another touchdown.
This is just what the Bengals wanted to avoid and just what the Raiders were expecting sooner or later to happen. Some beautiful blocking at the line of scrimmage, and Bo is so strong physically. Those legs are so strong. Talking to Fulcher before the game, he said you can't tackle him in his legs. Look at Steve Smith kick his man out. A great job by Montoya. A beautiful job of pulling and blocking, and watch these broken tackles. So his legs and, of course, the blocking itself.
And Walker, as he made the tackle, had only the one leg to grab, and apparently Bo Jackson, shaken up a bit, has not gotten to his feet as yet. That was a 34-yard run by Jackson, who does not appear to be seriously injured and gets a big hand from this crowd. What a player.
He may have pulled a muscle as he was trying to pull away from a tackle because he really wasn't hit on the knee. Now watch Kevin Walker in the final analysis in making all kinds of plays. He's pulling on that leg, and it could be that he just pulled a muscle that Bo did trying to pull away. Bo coming right at us. He's going to try to ward off Walker, but right at this point is where he most likely pulled a muscle.
So Jackson, who has really padded his statistics against Cincinnati, last year had the longest run in the NFL, a 92-yard touchdown. This year an 88-yard run, and was tackled at the 1-yard line. And he gets a big 34-yarder here on the opening series of the second half. Now the question will be, will Bo return this week? O.J. Simpson will try to do some eavesdropping, and we'll get a report.
Well, fortunately, you have an all-pro